Welcome to Around the Reel with your hosts, Aaron Carlson, Charles Lawson, and Samantha Hanna. Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Well, we usually just get the show rolling, Ray Mack. That's what we do, man. We just start
Roll
talking.
with
You know what I'm saying?
It's y'all show. It's y'all show.
Well, I appreciate that.
Well, but it's your show.
Thank God.
But it is your show, though. That's what we wanted to do.
Today's episode is your show.
Yes, sir.
We are highlighting you.
Yeah, man. In a ton of ways. Thank you for being on our show, Ray Mack.
You welcome. You welcome.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal for me, especially, and I make sure that I let these guys know who you were because I stumbled across you on YouTube. Look it up.
Trying to learn how to cook chicken.
No, not trying to learn how to cook chicken, motherfucker. I can cook
Not
chicken.
him, you.
I was trying to figure out like different ways to do some oven baked chicken. You know, because I love oven baked chicken, especially thighs. And
I
then
like thighs too.
I stumbled across Ray Mack.
Too. I'm pretty sure he liked them breasts as well.
Once they get in their 40s, they're kind of dried out.
Ray Mack, you're gonna fit right in,
chicken,
brother.
shit.
You're gonna fit right in on their show. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Around the Reel.
Welcome to Around the Reel.
Yes.
Around the reel.
And today we have Ray Mack with us. And Ray Mack is do you consider yourself a chef? Would you call yourself? No. Okay.
No.
You just
What?
like what would you describe yourself as?
Hey, just like how your grandma used to get in the kitchen, your granddad and them, I'm just a cook.
Home cook. Okay.
All right.
And I love that about you, dude. And you do that cooking like old school style. And that's what I fucking loved about you when I was on YouTube and checking you out. It's fucking fantastic. But you have a YouTube channel and your YouTube channel kicks ass. Like you're doing really good, man. And I was sitting back watching your recipes and I adore the guy.
Yeah.
So when I reached out to you, I was just like, dude, I fucking love your show. Me and my son was watching it one night and we were sitting there singing, Welcome to Ray Mack's Kitchen and Grill. Love and not hate. Love and not hate. Some gangster shit. I fucking loved it, man.
Already. I love y'all already.
Dude, it's the best, dude. I'm telling you, you got a swag to you, and it's fucking cool. And I can see why people, it just resonates with people. So, well, welcome to our show. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, brother. And anyway, let's get into it.
Okay.
All right, I want to get into it. I want to get it. But I'm going to apologize, first of all, Ray Mack, because I have two people in here who are white. And
Wait a second. You don't have to apologize.
Well,
we do that on TV all the time.
Samantha.
We can apologize for ourselves.
Oh, I'm just saying Samantha can cook, but she doesn't like cooking. Chuck can cook, but he doesn't season his food. So, that's where we're going to start our show today.
But he's always an asshole. So.
Ray Mack, I have to watch the ingredients I use because I'm old and fat.
Oh my God. Dude, I went to Chuck's. He'll grill some burgers, and I have to bring seasoning to his house.
You
put
You don't
on the
have
burger.
to. You can open the pantry. There's still shit there.
I didn't know, because you didn't put anything on the burger.
You don't season your shit,
You
Chuck.
gotta put some seasoning
It's
on there.
terrible.
Like Ray Mack
Ray
says,
Mack,
like
it's terrible.
your ancestors say.
Give me 10 minutes. I'll go season your guys' pillows right now. Sleep sweet.
Pillow tastes good as hell. He's seasoning it up.
I'm telling you, man.
The way he seasons, though, I don't need no pink eye.
Anyway, Ray Mack, let the audience know who you are, man, and what you do.
Yeah, my name is Ray Mack. I'm from Durham, North Carolina. And what I love doing, for one, is cooking. But outside of that cooking, man, I work at a garage. I'm a lube tech, so I change your oil.
All right.
No shit. All right.
And that's what I do, man. I'm a YouTuber. I just love cooking and sharing my experiences on YouTube for everybody else to try, whatever the case may be. And basically, that's it. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a grandfather. And I'm down to motherfucking earth, okay?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I love
He
it.
sounds like he fits in here.
He fits
Yeah,
in here
you
perfectly,
fit
doesn't
perfectly
it?
in
Dude,
here,
I knew
yeah.
it. I knew it. That's badass, buddy. Yeah, you doing some special stuff. And the thing about you that I love so much was how real you are on your show. That is the best thing, and I could honestly say.
It makes you stand out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Easily. There ain't no fucking fluff there.
No.
It's Raymond. I mean, you're
What you
getting
see is
Raymond.
what you get,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's fucking cool. Cool as shit.
Yeah.
Y'all cool as hell. Y'all cool as hell.
Thank you.
I love the voiceover work you do when you can.
Let me ask a question.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
oh
please,
yeah,
man.
please.
Feel free.
Not for me right now. Y'all got to tell me something about y'all, man.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay.
We're down.
Talking to complete strangers and I don't know nobody.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. And this will be good for other people who are just joining the show, Chuck.
That is
And
true.
Sam,
we have
you know
we
what I
have
mean?
broken 100 episodes.
Yeah, we're over
So
100 episodes here.
if you didn't know that we're doing something here, we're doing something here.
Yeah. All right. Well, who wants to start it off? So Ray Mack gets to know
Yeah,
us. So
well-
that
Ray Mack, I'm the token white guy. Everybody should have one.
yeah.
I'm the one who takes all the heat and gets asked to get everybody out of trouble.
And what do we do? What do we do, Joe?
What do we do? Aaron and I have been friends for 30 years, and we're still trying to figure out what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah. And we're filmmakers.
Yeah.
We make.
Which is why they need me, because I actually have answers to these questions.
She sure does. She sure does.
We are filmmakers. We are entertainers. We've been doing it for 30 years and trying to figure out ways to entertain people, and now we are actually have a platform in which to do so.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah, man. We got a bunch of movies on our plate here. We're working on. We've got one that's out now, and we're just trying to get YouTube going. You know, it's one of those where I never really put much effort into YouTube for us, but I know it's an interesting platform because to me YouTube is a beast. It's a beast to get noticed on that. What's the fun? What did I say?
Well, the thing is, he said he had questions, and you don't even let him ask a question.
I'm letting him know who we
are.
are. He's gonna learn who we are by our answers. You know what I mean?
He had a question. I want to hear his question.
All right, Ray Mack, what's the other question?
Yeah, so
Go
hit us with a question.
All right. The other question is, I have been watching some of y'all clips, and I do like y'all filmmaking, by the way, how somebody pick you up by the neck and then they hurt.
Behind the scenes Outrider.
That's Outrider.
It's really cool as hell. But like you and her down there, y'all married, right?
We're not.
We're not married.
They're
but
happily unmarried.
We've been together for 16 years.
Yes.
Okay, 16 years, dude. Is there a yes to the question? Like, do I really want to marry her, or man?
I don't know what's going on. You have to ask him.
Ray Mack.
Ray Mack said, "Hey, Aaron, I'm going to ask you a question."
He's throwing me straight up, not fucking around. Okay, it's a long story, Ray Mack, but I'm willing to tell it. Okay, so I proposed to Samantha within the first year that we were together, right? I did, and it was good. It was good. It was on the Space Needle and everything. It was pretty. It was fucking cool.
Is this going to be a long drawn out story?
No.
2000 and
No, it was a while ago. Unfortunately, during that time, I was a real estate agent, and the real estate market crashed back in 2008. So I got stuck in a bad spot financially for a long time, and it really fucked with my head, man. I ended up losing houses, losing my car, and she has never been married, and we ain't got parents that got money. My parents are dead, and Samantha's parents don't have any money like that, and I had no means to do it. And I kept thinking to myself, since she's never been married, we need to have a wedding. You know what I mean? And it's been one of those things where I put money it's not an excuse, and I know everybody might say that. I can't believe I'm talking about this.
why are you looking at me?
No, because it's just one of those. I'm being serious though. It's one of those where I actually felt like we needed to have more stuff. More ways to do this than just going and getting married in our back fucking yard or at the courthouse. I mean, that's how I felt. I mean, that's honest. I'm being honest with you, Ray Mack. That's how I felt, brother. And years just kind of went by. And now for
16 of them.
Yeah, but she's fucking mad at me too now. So there's a lot of animosity she has towards me for not getting married to her. But at the same time, Sam,
Any girl would be.
But I always put it on her too, where I'm like, well, you never wanted. She never did anything. She wanted me to be a part of the whole like setting up the wedding. But usually a woman would get the wedding book and start getting it rolling, and she never did that. And is this am I
There's
being
so
the
much
interview
more
today?
fun
So
things to
what
talk about.
a quick way to boil this down.
How's Ray
is
Mack going to flip the script on me like this?
Something that they discovered themselves here in the last couple of months was the fact that they didn't communicate enough. I mean, they love each other. They've got each other's back. They will beat the shit out of somebody over each other.
Yeah.
But they never actually sat down and be like, "Did you really want a big wedding?"
No,
no.
like, no, we just
So
stupid things.
that small lack of communication and assuming you know what your partner wants kind of has gotten them through this 16 years of happily unmarried.
But you know,
Mhm.
if we're not married by now, I mean, who?
But we can still get married. That's not
Doesn't
no.
matter.
That's not the issue. That's not the issue. The issue is
What's
it's
your-
like
what's
Now
your
let me
How
go.
are
Now,
we- go
let's
ahead.
go back to the
Go.
question. Do me a favor, Ray-Mac. Ask that
There's
question
so
to him
much more
one more
fun
time
things
now,
to
and see if
talk
you can get a
about.
direct answer now.
All right. The question is,
all right.
at any particular point in your life, did you just wanted to grab Sam and say, Sam, I don't give a damn about life anymore. You're my concern. Will you marry me?
Absolutely. I've done that many times.
Sam,
Yes.
as being his 16-year-old lover,
Well, that sounds bad. That's even worse than something I would say. A 16-year-old lover.
16-year-old lover, Sam, why the hell you ain't say, yes, sir, I'll marry your ass today?
Oh, I
Why you-
did. I did. Yep.
And then what happened?
It never happened.
It didn't happen. That's what's weird, Ray-Mac. What do we do?
We have a lot of kids.
The reason why I'm asking these questions because, man, I love seeing two people together that love each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's the strongest thing or the strongest bond that pretty much bring me and my wife together. We've been married now for like 28 years. You know what I'm saying?
It's badass, buddy.
That
Good
is
for you.
cool.
I'm 50 years old, so I married my wife when I was like in my early 20s, like 21.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing that I love, man. I love seeing people together that's happy. Now, I understand your flight as well. I had an auntie, Aunt Doodle Boy, I love you, baby. But look, and she been with, may he rest in peace, Uncle. God bless. They've been together for 50-some years, past 50-some years, to be honest, and they never gotten married.
Wow.
So the love is real, whether you do or you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the love between the two. So I kind of been catching y'all's glint, your clips, trying to basically see who you are or whatever the case may be. And I see that you guys always have fun together.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
So
Yep.
y'all some cool ass people, man, for real, for real.
Oh, hey, thank you. We think the same about you.
Yeah, brother. I appreciate it.
See, what we're actually doing is Ray-Mac and I are setting you up because he's ordained, and what we're going to actually, I'm going to witness, and you guys are.
You're lying out your ass right now.
Yeah. Here's my thing, as you said the word ordained. This is what I say to people, right? Everybody has to have faith in something or belief in something. I don't care if you worship Buddha or you're an atheist or whatever the case may be. If you could grab hold to something that will cause your mind to change, your way of life to change. If you could say, you know what, Jesus Christ do show me what it means to love somebody. Well, I might not be the best person to represent him, but I can show that same amount of love that he has towards an individual. And it's because of that. That's the reason why people will hear that name come out of my mouth. I love Jesus. Am I religious? No. Am I spiritual? I have weaknesses and I have flaws. But at the same token, you can't rip my heart away from what I believe in. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I'm content with what I believe in, my belief system, because with that belief, it causes me to love you unconditionally, no matter who you are, no matter what color your skin, no matter your sexuality or whatever the case may be. So I'm driven with a purpose, and that purpose is to spread more love than hate.
I love that.
Love and not hate.
Love and not hate.
I love it.
Man.
That's amazing. You spit some good stuff right there.
Dude, Ray-Mac's the man.
You're so real and so genuine. That's what I love the most
And he
about
took
you.
me off my fucking game now. I'm like sitting here
You're straight.
like,
You're like,
Thank God you wrote down a bunch of stuff before the thing started because you can go back to your notes.
you got me, brother. No, it's that's a beautiful way to put something. I'm serious. It's
You're absolutely right about that.
yeah, and it's hard for some people, Ray-Mac. You know, like for example, myself. I hated people and didn't love them for a long time. I did. There was a lot of scars there. I didn't trust them. You know what I mean? And it took me a while to come out of that. But that's because of Sam. That's because of Samantha.
Okay, I'm
Because
patient.
she is like you, and Chuck is like you. They put patience and understanding and compassion and love before retaliation. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I'm a reactor. Like if someone fucks with me, I'm the first one to want to go, what the fuck? You know, that's kind of me, and I've toned that down quite a bit, and I wouldn't have been able to probably do that if I didn't meet Samantha, because Chuck would tell me, but I didn't listen to him. You know, but you know how it takes a woman to get you to hear things sometimes. That's what she did, and it's been a healing process for someone like me. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it make a lot of sense, man.
All right.
Makes a
Okay.
lot of sense.
But yeah, that's the reason for mamas and wives.
Yeah.
Because we talk all the time.
Yeah, you guys don't fuck around. Sometimes when I hear it,
No, we balance. We balance, you guys.
you do. And you've been with your wife. I'm sorry,
Y'all had together.
16 years.
16 years, man.
How many kids?
One between us, and we both came in the relation with 2, so we're like the Brady Bunch.
Okay.
But our daughter keeps us level-headed, for the most part. She does.
She's the adult when
does,
I'm
yeah.
not here.
Yeah, our daughter doesn't fuck around.
So,
She keeps us straight.
She does.
Yeah, because if she says something she doesn't like what we're doing, then we both feel bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we feel stupid. Like if we're arguing or fighting or something, and our daughter goes, "Why the fuck are you guys fighting all the time?"
We're
And then I'm like, "Damn, shit." And then I look
Why
at Sam,
are
and
we?
she's like, "Yeah." I mean, that's how we feel. We feel stupid in front of our daughter.
You get
And
called
then-
out by my kid.
Yeah, and then we got to fix it. Dude, this is a deep show. I thought we were going to talk about like chicken and stuff.
come on, let's talk about some chicken, some pig feet, or whatever else. Come on, let's get it.
All right, let's do this. No, I like the deep stuff. I'm just kidding. That's why this show is how we do it. I had no
Yeah.
idea you were going to ask us that, and you threw me for a fucking loop. But I love you, brother.
But
That's
we try to
badass.
keep it real on the show.
Absolutely.
Hence the name of the show.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's why we wanted you on the show, because you resonate everything that we try to stand for, which is being real
Yeah.
and love and not hate.
Love and not hate.
I've been peeping y'all behind the curtains, and you say y'all try to keep it real. Hell, I don't even know what try mean. Y'all keeps it real.
We
Yeah,
keeps it real.
yeah,
Appreciate
we
that.
are. Good point. Thank you.
What got you interested in cooking, Ray?
Oh man, that's like one of the country things about myself, man. My mama. I'll tell you something, man. I've been living with my mom, man, from when she reared me from, a nobody to somebody. And she always cooked in that kitchen, man. You could just smell the aroma.
Oh yeah.
You know, and that's something I always got excited about. Now, my first job, when my mama told me that she wasn't gonna buy me no more clothes, no more shoes, school, and I was at the age of 16, my 9th grade year in high school, and she bought me all my shirts, my pants, shoes, or whatever. And she told me, man, she was like, "Look, this is it. I'm not gonna buy you nothing else." And I was like, "Okay, she tripping now. Mom tripping." After I went throughout that whole school season, that whole school year, and I come to find out that my mom was real. She was straight up. I had these raggedy pants, raggedy shirts. The one pair of shoes I had, that was worn out, holes in the block at the bottom of them, showing the blocks and all that stuff, man. So I said, man, during that summertime, I got to go get a job. I went and got me a worker's permit because I was too young to really go out and fill out application. My first job was at Church's Chicken.
Church's Chicken. Wow. Okay. All right.
16 years old. 16 years old.
All right.
At Church's Chicken. At that time, when I was working at Church's Chicken, I got to see them, man, put their hands in the flour. I said, yeah, man, I like that. That's what my mama do. And then when I seen them dip it into the batter, I said, no, my mama don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And everything at that time at Church's Chicken, man, everything was homemade. You feel me?
I do.
From the biscuits, the corn rolling on the corn rotisserie. And I was fascinated by all of that, man.
Okay.
But what really got me into it is my mom. Because in my opinion, everybody can say this, man, about their mama, but I could really say this about mine. Out of all the mothers that's out there in the whole wide world, that's the only one that I know, man, that could cook a 5-star, 5-10, 5-15,000 meal. That can satisfy me. And I said to myself, I want to cook just like that. Just like that. So what got me started was that woman. That woman.
That's awesome.
That is the greatest thing ever.
My mom didn't cook at all, so. Wait, what just happened?
I don't know. You gotta get back in. You're still on the show though.
Yeah, you're still in there. You're good.
Yeah, just get your screen back up.
Am I, like...
You're smiling. It's actually a great pause.
Yeah, you gotta.
screen.
Yeah, you
so
froze
That's good.
Sam's fixing a frozen screen, so she can still keep
I'm
talking.
coming.
Yeah.
Are you really?
So you're. Jesus, Chuck.
I know you're excited. Oh,
He's so.
now what'd you do? We lost you.
You should be. Yeah, I apologize again for these.
She's coming. Stop talking her through it. She's coming. Just shut up and let her come. I am so sorry, Sam. I will stop talking so you can come, and nobody has to see you hiding your face because your screen is dead.
So okay, Mac. So you.
I've been sick for a while. So
Yeah,
when I
he's
start to
The
feel
man
good, it
right
gets
there. What's
weird.
his name? Creepy Chuck.
Yeah, that's creepy
Yeah,
Chuck, bro.
he don't get out much.
Yeah, he don't get out much. He's finally healed, and it's all coming out. Like a year's worth of shit is coming out. So just hang in there with us, Ray Mac. You'll be all right. Sam, you
That's
doing okay over there?
Right now, I'm putting him on the Ray Max best fave list. Creepy Chuck, that's the man, baby.
That's the man. All right. So you when you're young, your mom inspires you
Yeah,
to get
yeah.
cooking. So, and I think cooking is an art form in a way.
Absolutely.
I that's how I look at it when I'm setting a plate, brother, because I love to cook. I want it to look badass and pretty. You know what I mean? When you serve that shit, I mean that is a display. I mean that's the artwork right there. And then instead of watching the film, you're eating the food. I mean that's how I kind of look at it. That's how it feels to me. So you're an artist in my mind. You know, you just happen your palate as food on it. And did you ever look at it that way when you were young, or was it just about the food in general? Or
No, I never looked at it like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tip my hat off to the real people who spend the time, the energy, and the money to go to culinary art schools. And I'm also tip my hat off to the people who were or are self-taught cooks, or whatever the case may be, who get cooked just as good as those who went to culinary arts, or whatever the case may be. Those are the people, man, who I admire. Those are the people who I look up to. You know what I'm saying? When I sit at home, man, and I cook my collard greens, my pinto beans, black eyed peas, candy yams, whatever the case may be, I'm putting stuff together, man, that I want at the table. Not trying to dress this up to make it look good. I'm not trying to put no edible arrangements over here to make it look all decadent, or try to put colors all together just so that the plate can stand out and all that. No, I want to put stuff on your plate that's going to make you swole full, and you go over there and go to sleep somewhere, but hopefully you don't go to sleep on my couch.
yeah, I got you.
So then it's like, once you taste the food, regardless of how it looks, if you come back to me and you say, well, you know what, you put your mother freaking foot in this plate, then I say to you, look, man, you know, I got some of the same stuff on YouTube. If you want to cook for your girl, your family, your mama, them, even your pastor, them, whoever them is, go try that. I guarantee you, man, it'll look good. So it's not about the presentation for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm in competition, in a barbecue competition, yeah, it's about that. Boy, bring that presentation. We need it.
Yeah.
But as being a home cook, you know what I'm saying? I just enjoy, man, dibbing and dabbing with ingredients. I want to add a little something over here that, you know, my mama don't add in hers. My mama got 5 basic ingredients: salt, pepper, sugar, salt, and fatback grease.
Fatback grease. Okay, I'm with you.
And he did say salt twice. I did catch that.
You didn't say salt twice. Okay, a little bit more salt.
But see, that's it. Yeah, more so. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. No, that's awesome. But those ingredients are key. You know, in your form of, well, I'm not going to call it art now, but it is
art.
And you know, and I'm not just talking about presentation, more or less. I'm talking just the process of cooking, I guess is what I'm saying. You know, when I'm in there cooking in the kitchen, I feel at peace. You know what I mean? There's something that takes. I don't lose track of. I don't care about the time when I'm in the kitchen. Same thing when I'm making movies, you know, or doing something like the show. I'm not looking at the clock. I don't care. I love being in there. And to me, that's one of those artistic feelings I get that just, it resonates through me. So I always go to the kitchen first. Like Sam wants to cook, But she always gets mad because she's like, you didn't even let me cook. Like, I'm the first one to go to the store. I'm buying all the shit.
Are you
and I want to go and
admitting-
cook.
you're
Yeah,
admitting
yeah,
it?
yeah. But it's not like I don't want you to cook. I just take over. You know,
You just don't want me to
I
cook.
get up in the morning and we need groceries. I got to go get the shit. I know what I want to make in my head that day. You know what I mean? And that's what's kind of fun about it. But I love it. So I think anything anybody loves to do is an art form almost, if that makes sense. And I don't care if it's a job. If they go to work and they love being an accountant, that's still kind of like an art form. You know, if you love what you do, you love what you do.
That makes a lot of sense, man.
That's how I look at it, man. So, but you know what I like about your stuff? And this is why it got me right away. Me and my son were watching you the first night on YouTube. And I'm like, look, he's got... You know, because I've watched from Ramsay. I watch all the big chefs. I watch all that shit because I love those videos, right? And I found you, and I'm like, fuck, look at his ingredients he's using. The real people fucking ingredients.
Straight up Walmart and
Yeah, you go Ross, man. You go to fucking Ross. You got Ross stuff. I'm like, that's the shit. You know, and a great value olive oil. I'm like, this is real people stuff that they would buy at the store. And you don't need anything more than that. But people are spending all this money on ingredients where I'm like, well, you don't have to fucking do it. You go to the dollar store, you can get all the fucking ingredients you need. Cheap. And make your shit bomb. I love that about you. I love when you show that on your show. So I don't know if you knew that was a big deal or not, but it is. To a viewer, I think it is.
Man, thank you, brother.
It makes you feel as like a normal person that you can actually make some cool, good food.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like, I mean, it does. It makes you feel like you can actually do what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that, man. When you say the word normal, you know what I'm saying? I like doing stuff just like that because normal to me means you just who you are. You yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's no imitation about an individual, not about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and imitate anybody, whatever the case may be.
Yes.
My whole thing of it is like I say, man. Once I step out of my door, I'm in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to clash with real people. And the only way that you can do that, man, you got to be real with folk. So I can't be this phony person, you know, that's like on YouTube showing you how to cook as if I know, you know, what I'm doing with this fancy dish when I don't know nothing about a fancy dish. I know about a real dish, a good tasting dish. And it's like you say, the ingredients for me is everything. You know what I'm saying? I got my go-to ingredients. And I also, man, have some ingredients that I love outside of the stores. But if I can put my hands on them inside the stores, 9 times out of 10, I will use those ingredients. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, these people have access to the same ingredients that I do have. It makes man cooking for me a whole lot better to where you don't have to go out here and get all this fancy stuff and order stuff and all this other kind of stuff.
I want to touch on something that Mack, you said about doing something with nothing.
Go for it.
Like basically, you know, just having very little or, you know, cheap ingredients, or you don't have to be all big and go all out to make something good. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what we try to do with our movies. Like, we got no money. We try to make a movie with no money.
Yeah.
And it's a challenge, but it's a good challenge.
Yeah.
It's got to be like that, kind of, with food. And, you know, if you're, you know, can't afford all this fancy shit, what do you use? You got to be creative. You have to be an artist to do it.
Absolutely.
And you got to do it with the flavor.
Yeah. And that's what...
That one clip that I seen, man, that y'all had put together, is the guys in a trench coat and all this other kind of stuff. And like I said, lifting the guy up by the neck and all this kind of stuff and hurting them and transition here. I'm like, man, I'm like, y'all really doing something.
With no money.
Keep pointing that out, Sam.
Yeah. With no money.
The production is real, man.
Well, that's very nice of you. Yeah, but you know, that's what's fun about even your show and your channel. There is a production value there, and it's raw. It's real. And that's what's so fucking cool. I sit there and I analyze your videos. Like I was just telling Chuck before the show. I'm like, I literally think he's walking around with his cell phone while he's fucking cooking. You know, I don't know how you're doing it, but I mean, it's like a one-man show in there, it seems like to me. Or do you have help in your productions when you set your YouTube videos?
This baby right here,
that's
man,
what I thought.
Walk in the office, edit on the phone, and the whole nine, man. So it's a beautiful thing. I do have a couple of cameras, too many cameras to name it exact. On certain things that I do pull the cameras out. But I have to somewhat send all the data back to the phone just so I can edit everything, man.
Yeah.
And it's best for me to use this than the computer. And that's the easiest thing in the world, man. You know what I'm saying?
I totally get it.
Yeah.
And isn't that that's the stuff we've been trying to tell people who actually are filmmakers, is that with the technology nowadays, if you don't have all that great camera gear and all this shit, you can still make stuff. I mean, look, you've got almost 600,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel, brother. That's a lot of fucking people. That's a huge audience that you are catering to. That's fucking impressive. And you did that with your cell phone in your house.
Hey, thank you, man, and thank you to the 600 almost that's watching or that subscribe. Because my thing of it is that for those people that hit that subscribe button, they only hit that button not because they see Ray Mack. They hit the button because they seen something that they like.
Yeah.
And I always tell folk, man, if you want to be a YouTuber, just go study it out, search it. And it takes a lot of studying to get to where you need to get. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to, like you said, you don't have to buy all of the $1,000 equipment or whatever. You can still go to Goodwill.
That is true. It's so true.
Find great things at Goodwill and make it work for you.
Damn straight.
You're goddamn right.
And the other video that
yes.
that you did that I liked was the don't be fake and don't take the
Yeah.
fake stuff. Don't spend the money
Grow
to
it
get
organically.
the YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Grow it organically.
Yes.
I like that.
It kills me though, man. For it's like people do want to get to the top, right?
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah. Real
I'm a
quick,
ad-
like right now.
I'm a true advocate, man, for helping people. I want to see people, man, get to where I am. You know what I mean? And I would take the smallest YouTuber, collab with them, share their stuff on social media, whatever the case may be. Because I believe, man, as a family, the only way that we can get up is each one teach one, each one raise one. If I'm climbing the ladder and somebody's underneath me, I don't want to take my foot and push them down. I want to take my hand, extend it, and pull them right on up with me. And the thing about this YouTube world, no matter what niche you might be in, is just too much camaraderie, too much, people trying to be better than this person or whatever the case may be. Big YouTubers don't want to help the little YouTubers.
No, they don't.
It's sad.
Yeah, you can see that. I know. I hear the kids talking about it all the time. They
Because
watch all
they don't
these YouTubers
understand that when you help somebody, you're helping yourself.
No, they don't get
That
it.
when someone else succeeds from your help,
Yep.
you're succeeding.
Yeah, exactly. That's
People
exactly what we talk about on this
see
show.
that, yeah.
All the time. Sam, you're exactly right. Ray Mack, we have the same philosophy here.
Yeah,
In fact, our motto is join together. That's what we do.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
If you've got a team of people, you can succeed. This ain't golf.
This isn't golf.
You know what I mean?
Because that shit's boring and our shit's fun.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of us on this planet, and we all got something to give. And if we all just realize that and put it together
Yeah.
and show the love and help each other out, it would be so much happier
Love
and more
not hate.
pleasant.
Are we going to break into song?
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
Oh, shit. Okay.
That wasn't the song we were thinking
Oh,
of.
we got a song. Yeah, let's sing the song for Ray Mack.
Yeah, let's do it.
Before we go into the next thing. Okay, so ready? Why money ain't free?
Why can't you just give it to me? I don't want to work for nobody.
I want to keep doing me.
Well,
Come on, baby.
So come on and give me some money and do me.
man, that's the first time I heard that song. You was on TikTok, man.
It's fucking beautiful, brother.
Badass. We love it.
One right here.
The first time I heard that song was you.
Yeah.
I woke
Yeah.
up one morning and I hit your Instagram, and that was the first thing I saw, and it made my fucking day.
Yeah, and he put it in he was like, listen.
Yeah, a couple episodes ago, I don't know what episode it was, I was singing it on our show.
Yeah.
I was just randomly singing it.
Sam is butt ass asleep, and here's Aaron at 6:30 in the morning going, honey, listen to this.
Why money ain't free? No, because it made sense, because my man had to go to work, and he was like, fuck.
But he didn't play it. He sang it for me.
Yeah, I have to sing it. I can't sing it good as Ray Mack, right? Because you can sing, bro. That's another thing. You've got a great singing voice. You do.
Yeah.
You do.
Thank you, man. We all scream and holler. Make a sound.
That's right. One people can tolerate.
Be singing. Man.
sing your best music whenever you in the shower. So get your lungs going.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
You ain't kidding. You ain't kidding.
I don't know what it is about the steam that helps your voice, but
It
you could
opens
just,
up.
like,
that
really-
Chuck will jump all over that. Don't even give him that softball because
yeah,
he'll start
no.
breaking that. He's a white guy. He'll
let's
know
change
all
subject.
that. He'll go into all the details.
What do you want to know the physics behind?
No,
why
no,
light
no,
bulbs-
no.
No.
Why do y'all had to remind Chuck that he's white?
I don't know. It's just funny to me.
Yeah, well, Aaron thinks he's got to remind everybody what color they are.
I have a tendency to do that.
So Ray Mack, if you have not had a chance to listen to many of the shows and have more of the background of our history of ourselves, and Aaron is a man of color, so there is no doubt about that. However, his idols growing up were Don Johnson, John Elway. I mean, the whitest of white guys that you could think of was who he idolized. So he was torn in his developmental years as to why he danced like Michael Jackson, but wanted to be the football star like the horsehead John Elway.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's a lot of conflicting.
Well, Ray Mack, my dad was black, my mom was white. Okay. But my dad was,
which is why he's so pretty.
My dad was a very, very well-spoken man. He worked hard for Boeing, building airplanes and shit. Died of cancer when I was 15. My mom, on the other hand, was a white woman who was a black woman. All her friends were black, so she did not mess around. Like, she would whip my ass. She didn't play, right? So I got like both worlds, and it was a weird dichotomy there because my dad was more, he seemed to be more like, I wouldn't say intellectual, but he would speak in a way where you're like, oh, he's a smart guy. Okay. And he was very chill, but he was a black guy. My mom was a white lady who would go off the rails and lose her shit in a heartbeat and grab anything around you and beat your ass with it if you didn't do what you were supposed to do.
Including his little brother.
Yes. But my mom would listen to all the fucking rock and roll music, and I got that, and my dad would listen to all the soul music. So I've broad spectrum here.
Yeah, he's
so
quite the balance.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, Ray Mack, I don't know who the fuck I am.
Let me share this with you though. My great grandmother was a white woman.
Okay.
And my great grandfather was a black man.
Oh.
You are who you are.
That's right.
You're human. In one aspect in life, all of us are related.
Yeah.
We might not be related by the skin color, but we're related by blood. Some people don't want to understand the fact. They think that you have to be born in a household with family members or with that's your mama, that's your sister. Well, you got to think about it. If we're born by blood, then the person next door is also my brother and my sister.
Yeah.
The co-workers who I'm working with is my brother and my sister. So I know who you are. You my brother. Point blank.
Aw, that's the best.
I told you he was a cool motherfucker.
That
you guys.
is.
I told you
There was no doubt.
No, that's cool.
Man.
That's really
Okay,
cool.
so
Well,
now-
and one day, my philosophy is that one day we're all going to be the same color anyway, so it's not going to matter.
Yeah, pretty much. It's getting there. Man.
Here's a question then. Let me ask you this.
Sure.
Jesus, is he a white man?
There ain't no way.
Is Jesus a black man?
I think he's brown.
He had to be because
I think he's a brown guy.
of where he. Yeah. Well, so this is my man, Bill Nye the Science Guy says that color is based on the closeness to the equator. So if you live in a place that's closer to the equator, you get more sun, you're darker.
Okay.
So that's what color pigment is to Bill Nye the Science Guy taught me.
Bill Nye? Okay.
And so I would have to say that he would be dark. I would have to say. Well, I mean,
My guess is
Bethlehem is.
Yeah.
He'd be dark, right?
I'd say
Wouldn't he be dark?
He's a dark
I had
skin.
to go back and you had to study the region and the landscape from which he was born and how he was raised up in the area which he was raised up in, the population of people where he was raised up. People in Egypt at that particular point in time, they looked white.
Well, yeah.
Egypt was in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
So you still had different shades of colors.
Yeah.
And what we see as being black, then you still have other people that's in different nations that's that's not African American or African, but yet they still have the shade of brown.
Yeah.
And like you said, if you're closer to the equator, if the sun is beaming on you, your pigmentation is definitely going to be different.
Yeah.
I guess.
So I agree with you.
Yeah.
But when we look at the pictures on the walls in America, you have a black Jesus and you have a white Jesus. In my opinion, Jesus is neither black or he is neither white. Jesus is the savior of the world. That's how I see him personally.
I got you.
What you're saying, correct me if I'm wrong, but is what you're saying like it's different for everybody? Like whatever you
He doesn't look at the color.
personally?
He's not looking at the
He's
color.
not
of
looking
the
at
person.
color.
Okay.
That's what he's
Fair
saying.
enough. Well, I was thinking like it is different for everyone in their perspective of.
Jesus had to look at us and say, "You're white. I'm going to throw you over here to the wolves because I don't like white people." We would say Jesus is a racist.
Yes, we would.
Yeah.
If Jesus say you're black, we're going to throw you in bondage and you're going to be in bondage for the rest of your life, you will still look at Jesus as being a racist.
Yes, you would.
Now, we know that Jesus ain't never throw the white people into a band of wolves. No, he never did that. But we do know historically, white people were in bondage. I'm sorry, black people was in bondage.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to Bible teaching teaches us that Jesus has no respect of person, which means this to me. He don't look at your color and judge you for who you are. He don't look at your skin complexion, your skin texture, or none of that, your hair or whatever. He look at you on the inside through the flesh and judges you as an individual.
I like that. Yeah.
So my whole thing of it is there is no white Jesus, there's no black Jesus. Yes, there are people out here who are black, brown, and there are also people out here who are red and yellow. But that still don't make us no different. Right. We're still all one in one pot.
I get what you're saying. I understand you. Yeah, I totally get it.
Forgive me, but y'all need to stop reminding Chuck that he's white.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's funny. Okay, so I'm gonna jump on his train really quick.
Please go ahead.
So, in all the things, obviously being a movie guy and doing movies, making movies, watching movies, and all these things, I've always had all these different depictions of Jesus and what have you, from obviously Jeremy Sisto and his portrayal of it to our own local guy, Caviezel. Yep. But the one that's always stuck out closest in my head to what I've always imagined as a kid growing up as what Jesus looked like was the one from Heaven is for Real, which is a girl paints a picture of what she sees as Jesus being, and he is so dark that he's not white, but he's not so dark that he just looks black. He has brown hair, light eyes, and that's just it. For me, that's always been the thing, is Jesus would look at you with the eyes of kindness and forgiveness.
So that's how you see Jesus. This is how I see Jesus, right? Painting a picture of Jesus. This is how I see Jesus. A museum of pictures with Jesus on the wall. There's a picture of Jesus, and he looks like my friend. There's a picture of Jesus, and he looked like he got arrested. There's a picture of Jesus sleeping in a manger. So there's a picture of Jesus, and he definitely looked like my father. This is how I see Jesus when I have to paint a picture of him, because I got an art gallery of just paintings of Jesus. And when it comes down to it, no matter who's in the painting, I know who Jesus is. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. If Jesus is in you, then you know who he is. The only way that you cannot determine who Jesus is if you don't have him in you. Now, I just said that just to say this. If we don't know him, we will never see him for who he really is.
Wow. Okay. I get it. I get your perspective. I totally understand it. That's
I actually love
very
it.
fucking cool. Yes. And that's how one-sided I am, because I'm thinking I don't see the color either as a big deal, but the hair bothers me on Jesus pictures when I see him. Because I don't think he would have straight hair. I think he would have more
His hair.
It's
Jesus. He'd have body. His hair would have
cool.
body.
Yes, he would look cool. He wouldn't have that straight white boy hair. He wouldn't have that. Is what I'm saying. I don't know. That's just me.
I get what you're saying, and I think that's cool shit.
beautiful,
I think that's a
right?
great way to look
You
at
definitely
it.
word it better than Aaron.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying. I get what he's saying too. I love it. I love that. I don't know.
No, it's for everybody. I mean, that way to look at it is really for everybody. I mean, anybody can identify with that. Anybody can understand what you're saying. I think that was a really good way to put it, because I'm not a religious person, but I feel more religious now.
Well, you can totally see what you're saying, though. You
No,
understand
because
what
I
he's saying.
understand
There's
what
a
you're
depth
saying.
to it.
I mean, I'm not really a person that's thought a lot about Jesus, to be honest, because I'm not a religious person. But I'm very spiritual. But I heard what you were saying, and I heard the point, and I understood that.
Yeah, it's weird how we have to have some kind of picture, isn't it, of something?
Well, we're human.
It's weird to me, bro. It's
It's weird. I know what you mean.
weird, like almost like creepy Chuck weird.
I hear you. I know it.
But then again, though, when we have to go back and still talk about the image of God, if you look at yourself in the mirror, and you can honestly say to yourself, when you're looking in the mirror, you see that mulatto guy, and you still say, well, who am I? Well, Jesus say, I'm you. You and me. I'm you. You and me. He teaches us, man, how to love Sam in a special way. We feel as if it's my heart for Sam that causes me to love her. Really though, you would never love Sam if you didn't have a heart for her and yourself. Is it easy for you to not love yourself and to love Sam? I'm losing it right now, but I'm gonna get you back. Is it easy for you to love yourself and not love Sam? It's hard for you to love Sam and not love yourself. See, I done messed your whole head up right there.
No, I'm following you though. I totally get it. I totally get it.
You still trying to put this thing together. What the hell am I saying?
No, I don't. I don't.
This is what I'm saying. It's gonna take LOVE to make you love Sam, to make you love yourself, and forget about the pictures and the images of God. Forget about the wool hair that the Bible talks about. Forget about the straight hair that we see on these photos. It ain't about that. Because realistically, Jesus said that I was created in his image. I was created in his likeness. Not necessarily meaning the full figure of a man, but it's that image of God that he carries. The compassion that God carries is embedded in me that causes me to have compassion for you. If God put love in your heart, he told you to love Sam. Well, you might not believe he told you this, but in essence, you're using that same love that God has given to the whole world. Some people he gave that creepy Chuck love, you know what I'm saying?
It's a good love.
That type of love to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Creepy Chuck might be in his own little corner with the hand lotion somewhere. And he's having a great old time. But
You realize I'm a married man with 4 kids and 3 grandchildren, right?
You-
And I still spread it around the room.
so we got to put that lotion back where it belongs.
But put the lotion in the basket.
the lotion in the basket.
Well, let me ask you this then, Mack. So you've got this open heart, love and not hate, right?
Love and not hate.
And it's a beautiful way to look at everything. I couldn't argue with that, and I
How
haven't.
come every time somebody says that, I look at my arm?
Yeah, it's
Why do I always
fantastic.
look at my possum? Like,
So-
if you can love that, you can love any damn thing.
That's right. But here's the thing: like when you say that, and you know that Jesus is you, and you are him. When you see others out there on this planet with the hate they have and judging people for who they are, how do you maintain that strength to keep that in you? I mean, obviously these people aren't seeing the world the way you are.
That's a good question, man. That's a good question. I thank you for that question. Man, I work at a job where I'm just using this as illustration.
Okay.
I'm the only black guy that works at my job, and it's 10 of us that's there. And I always say to myself, man, if there's an individual that's on my job who don't like me for whatever the reason might be, if he decide to go out here and buy 9 biscuits minus 1 and distribute the biscuits to everybody else, and I don't get one, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm just gonna wake up the next morning and go to the same place where he bought those biscuits, and I'm gonna buy 10 of those biscuits, and I'm gonna take them to my job, and I'm gonna distribute all those biscuits out to everybody, including him. If he chooses not to eat the biscuit, I'm not gonna be mad because I've done my part. You understand what I'm saying? So regardless of how people treat you, and people have to be conditioned. Now, like you say, on your hand, you were at the start native food if somebody do something to Sam. My wife, man, she'll just go ballistic if somebody do something to her kids. And I understand that. But at the same token, somebody's gonna have a level head. And they're gonna have to look people in the eyes and say, if you feel a certain way because of an individual color or whatever the circumstances may be, or whatever the case may be, just because they don't have enough money or whatever, then maybe it's not the person who you're looking at, maybe it's yourself. So I say to me, Ray, what is it that you could do to make a difference for you? And I sit back and I say, let me be the better person or the best person that I could possibly be in life. Now, other people that might be around me might say different about me. That's when I get to the point of saying, hey, I really don't care what other people think. It's what I think. It's what I believe. And that's the gist of it. Love and not hate. Love means this to me, man, when I use that phrase, love and not hate. We got to get to a point, man, where we're able to open up the door for anybody, regardless of who it is. It's sad that you have to walk in front of me because of who I am. You want to go ahead and shut the door quickly, right? But I feel good inside knowing that I can hold the door open for you, even though you didn't want to hold the door open for me. So that makes, at the end of the day, I can sleep, knowing that I'm doing the best I can to be a better person, a better individual.
I get
See
it.
what I'm saying, Aaron?
I get it.
Exactly what
I
I'm
know.
talking about.
You say the same
He
thing.
said it in a way cooler way.
Yeah, you say the same thing. What is wrong with me then? Why can't I do that? Why do I get this burn inside me sometimes when I see people treating others unfairly? And I'm like, in my mind, it's always kind of like, if you only knew how that felt, you wouldn't be doing that. So I take it on myself to make someone else feel that same way.
But that's not your job.
I know, but I want to
They
because
have
I
to
don't think
deal-
there's any other way they're going to learn.
They have to deal with themselves. They have to deal with who they are. Period.
But will they?
It
you
is
see
not
so
your job.
many people getting
It is
away
not your
with
job.
just being so awful
Nine
to others. It's horrible.
Yeah, they are.
our
But
lives-
they have to deal with that.
In our lives, 9 times out of 10, the people that say things that you want to react to don't interact in your life. So let them go on and be their fucked up selves.
Yeah, but then they're going to do it to somebody else, and that's fucked up. And then I feel responsible. Like if I would have said something, maybe they wouldn't have done it to the next person. We've
That's
talked
not
about
true.
this.
Aaron, you are not the hero in everybody's story. You don't
Well,
have to-
goddamn it.
You don't have to save everyone.
Well, it's not right. I don't.
That's
like
Jesus' job.
I just don't like it. It's not fair.
The craziest thing, man, that's going on right now,
Yeah,
dealing
man.
with all of this racial stuff, man, that we are experiencing all over United States, and I believe it's going to get worse. I don't
Yeah.
believe it's
I do too.
Yeah.
the worst thing that people aren't doing is speaking out. That's the worst thing.
It is.
Yeah.
If I see that my neighbor is getting wronged, and I know that my neighbor is a good character, or not even that. If I see that somebody out here is getting wronged, it's my job to speak up. What's killing us in the community, in the inner cities, is that we have enough people living, it's way over enough people living outside the community, outside the city, and they don't know what's going on inside the city.
Mm-hmm.
Because they never been to the city, they never been to the community. And I hate it when politicians get up there, man, they speak about the change and what they could do for this community, what they can do for that community. When the only time you want to show up in the community is during election season.
When you need some votes.
Yeah.
You want to
They
come
don't give
to
a
our
shit.
hair salons. You want to hold our babies, take photo ops with them or whatever the case may be,
Yeah, it's
to
cheap.
show the people in the community you really care. But realistically, nobody cares
No.
except the people in the community.
Right, right.
These are the only people who really cares. But you do have people that's outside the community, that's coming inside the community, trying to help, trying to make a difference. So you do have people that's speaking out against things that ain't right. But what about the people who know things ain't right and they just ain't saying nothing?
They don't say shit.
Well,
It's hard.
the answer to that is not everybody has that voice, and so it takes
It takes
the
courage.
stronger people to speak for the
it's-
people that can't speak up.
Yeah,
Or
it-
that feel like they can't speak up, because some people can't.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage to do
But
it.
the more people that speak up, the better it's going to be, or the better it's going to get.
And that's,
Now,
I guess,
you
to
have-
answer your question, Chuck, and that's why I do that. I think that I'm trying to be courageous. I'm trying to be that person
That
to
isn't
not just let shit in front of me happen and not say a goddamn thing. You gotta say something.
Right, but we'll go back to my scenario of what happened a year or two ago now, however long it's been.
Oh jeez.
Where somebody made a comment about me being a sheep.
Oh yeah.
And I actually, rather than, and Aaron's pissed off because I didn't go creepy Chuck on him. I actually just said, yes, Jesus is my savior. And I jumped in my truck. And he was like, that's what you fucking said? This guy's going to say something else to somebody else. And what if they're not you?
Yeah.
But the problem is when I hear people talk like that, it's like, okay, I'm the type of person who I could snatch that person up and hurt them.
Yes, you could.
But I don't need to.
No, you don't.
Because I was getting in my truck and I was continuing with my day. Whatever they do with the rest of their life, I believe in karma. Who knows? That guy could be already dead and he got in a car accident 20 minutes later.
True.
I don't know.
True.
Same thing. Okay, same example, little silly. Driving home from Montana this weekend, there was a dog stuck next to a snowbank on the side of the road, trucks flying by. My wife and I both, we're in two different cars because she was coming home with my daughter, and there's that dog on the side of the road. And oh my gosh, we should have pulled over and helped the dog. And I was like, what are you talking about? If I would have pulled over, the dog would have freaked out because I pulled over and ran into traffic. I said, we left that dog alone. The dog's alive. And you know why the dog's alive? Because we don't know what happened to the dog. We kept driving. Stop worrying about what you can't control.
You see?
Stop
Now-
making the scenario in your head.
Now here comes Sam. You see, now this is where she's like me.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she's
I
like,
don't know. No.
She doesn't fuck around with the animals, Chuck.
No.
No, I realize that.
Okay, go, Sam.
I just straight up stopped. I
Yes.
just stopped.
Right.
I just stopped.
No, but there was nowhere to
I give
stop.
a shit. If somebody needs help, I will stop.
No,
somebody,
not
some
somebody.
Animal,
If an animal
it doesn't
needs help.
matter.
Let's
It
make
doesn't
sure Sam
matter.
is clear.
It doesn't matter. A life is a life. To
Well,
me,
no, I know, but the animals are more needing than humans for you.
Well,
well,
animals
because
are a
you
lot
know what?
easier,
Because
honestly, than humans.
Animals are more genuine than humans. Animals are more genuine. They love you regardless. They just love you. All they want is the genuine things. They want love. They want food. They want taken care of. Just the simple things. They don't want.
Aaron wants all those things.
Yeah,
And then some.
I'm a very easy animal.
No, you're not. You are a very difficult bull.
Oh, hey, at least you're a bull.
I like Sam. I like
She's smooth. She's smooth, brother. She is.
Sam, you really hitting it on the point, man. You really hitting it on the point.
Thanks.
I tell you, if people would go to some of these videos, man, like these animal videos, I'm sticking on animal because I like Sam. Sam, look at you, Sam. I like you, Sam.
Aw, thank you.
If people go to some of these videos dealing with animals, they will see how much compassion animals have for one another.
Yeah.
I've seen videos where a dog would drag another dog out of the street because he probably got hit by a car.
Yeah.
Just dragging them across the street. I done seen videos where cats would come to the rescue of other cats when tons of dogs is coming at them. I mean, it takes a courageous cat feline.
Yeah.
And we call them pussies. You understand?
I know, I hear you.
You're not lying. Yeah.
So I get excited to where I can see, excuse me for saying this, buddy, but God's creation showing compassion towards each other. What's wrong with us humans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We lacking it, bro.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
animal showing us what having compassion is all about, but we don't want to see that. You mean to tell me you could take a colony of ants? I know that queen is well, I can't stand her. At times I want to kill her, but you could take a colony of ants and they all work together.
They do.
Mm-hmm, they do.
And they make things happen. This one got to eat, that one got to eat. We know the queen got to eat. Hey, if we don't feed the queen, if she die, we die.
Seriously,
It's
though.
pretty simple, huh?
Everybody eat. The nursery is taken care of. Nobody is bickering about what your child.
No.
See, now we getting to the point to where nobody can work together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we have different opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Our opinions are destroying us as we speak.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
Absolutely right.
Undisciplined as fuck.
And that's why the animals resonate so
Yeah.
much with me, because they don't have
I get it.
fucking opinions.
Yeah.
Well, they do. They just can't voice them.
No, they're not driven by that kind of shit.
No, they're not.
driven by their instincts, and their instinct is to take care of themselves and take care of each other. That's their instinct, and that should be our instinct too.
Correct,
We
but-
shouldn't be clouded by all this bull garbage.
People are smarter than they should be. That's the thing. They got too
Just
big of a
saying.
brain, and then they think they're too smart, and then they start doing too many things and thinking too many things and doing too many things. And they come
Less
up
is
with these
more.
opinions. Yeah, less
Less
is more.
is
You're
more.
absolutely right. Yeah, their opinions just end up clouding their judgment and what they should be focusing on in the right way. I couldn't agree more. And that's why I don't trust them.
And
That's
people
the problem I have.
complicate
Yes, they do.
life and things, and
And it's sad.
yeah, it is sad.
But some of us can do it, and some of us are able to it. Ray Mack's one of them. Chuck
Yes.
is one of them. Sam. I think my heart's in the right place, but I haven't been able to put it together
We're
to
getting
have
there.
to keep my mouth shut. Ray Mack. That's the problem. I can't keep my mouth shut. If I could do that, I might be able to pull off hanging out with Chuck and Sam and being cool like you guys. I can't fucking do it.
Aaron's got about 5 minutes of intellectual argument, and then he just goes dirty.
Not every time. Not every time. It depends on the opponent. And maybe that's the thing. It's an opponent.
Everybody back up the video and look at Sam's face when he says, "Not every time."
Not every
I
time.
know.
Not every time. Ray Mack, seriously, not every time.
Aaron, you don't play fair. That's all.
Yeah,
You
but
just- you should
I do
play
with
fair.
nice people. When there's cool people, I'm talking about when you
How-
run into
how
that
often-
Karen or that.
How often do you
that
argue
asshole.
with cool people, though? The people that you
I
think
don't.
are cool. Right.
I don't. Yeah.
Well, Ray Mack, I think you're amazing, and I love your
beyond
philosophy
amazing.
on stuff and life, especially because it matters. And I think that you're really, really, really wise.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more, man.
If everyone could think like you, the world would be better.
You know what's cool, Sam,
What?
Chuck?
Yes.
That I had an idea of what this show would be like when Ray Mack on
And it
there.
was nothing like it.
nothing like I thought it would. This is completely totally different show than I expected, and that's why I love doing this. Ray Mack, you got me thinking, brother. I mean, you hit me with a question early on that threw me for a loop.
You got all the wheels
He
spinning.
started with, "Let me get to know you a little bit. Let me ask you a
Why
question."
ain't you
Aaron."
married, motherfucker? I'm like, Jesus, Ray Mack ain't fucking around, dude. I love you, man.
You're as real as it gets. I love that.
I say you guys are genuine, man.
Thank
And
you.
I heard the podcast, and I tell you guys, man, whatever it's worth, y'all together for a reason. And this right here, man, brings a lot of smiles to people's face who might be gloom throughout the day or whatever. But man, y'all rocks, man. I got to know Creepy Chuck.
Creepy Chuck, bro. Creepy Chuck's off the hook.
Man, y'all, this is y'all's platform, man. You know what I'm saying? And like we say, a lot of people that have ministries or whatever, a lot of people don't know what their ministries are. But you guys really have an awesome ministry, man.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you very much.
continue to blossom for real.
Same to you.
This some real unreligious shit right here.
That's some badass shit.
Hey, but it's
That's
real.
right, but-
It's real.
It's like okay, so since this has been the topic of conversation, it's like most Christians. It's like the real Christians aren't the ones who Bible thump and talk out, can quote scripture and talk out their ass. It's the
Right.
people who actually talk straight, understand that they believe in what they believe in, but don't always do it perfectly, because none of us are perfect.
That's right, Chuck.
Live in
That's
your
right.
That is
imperfectness.
That is true.
So this is something that I say, man. I say, if we can get to a point where we can ask God to forgive us of the things that we do in life, you know what I'm saying? One of the things that I'm asking God to do for me, is, I'm gonna be honest with you, y'all gonna hear me because I've always said this. Lord, help me with my cursing. Be real with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. If you can be real with yourself, man, God will be real with you. A lot of people, like we say, a lot of people don't believe there is a God. Hey, man, if you don't believe that, then that's your belief. I'm not here to fight you over what you don't believe in. But I can tell you, man, that what I believe in, I believe that God is real. October the 4th, man, 2021, I haven't had any alcohol whatsoever, man. And I'm thankful because that's one of the things that I've asked God to help me get delivered from. Now, if he's able to help me get delivered from alcohol and I can see the year mark yet, then I know that he could do exceedingly abundantly above all that I can even ask or even think. So cursing is definitely going to be in that line of him delivering me from that such of a thing. But everybody have their demons, they fighting this and they fighting that or whatever the case may be. Whatever your belief is, whether you believe or not, just go to your higher power, your higher being, or your non-existent being, which is your nature, your heart, your beard, don't do the drugs.
Stay away from drugs.
And just get yourself together, man. That's it.
Well, yeah, and have standards for yourself. That's what I just wish people would have.
Yeah.
Is,
It doesn't take much.
Yeah, just have some
to
standards.
set some goals.
Have standards.
Have some standards. and love and not hate.
Love and not hate.
Yeah.
We need more creepy Chuck in our lives.
Yeah. We love the creepy Chuck.
There's a lot of creepy Chuck that's still
Aaron
spread
and I
around
have,
too.
like, yeah.
I get a lot of
some.
creepy.
We'll send him on over.
You know what, Ray-Mac?
Y'all keep
Okay. Yeah, we'll keep him.
I got some family in Topsail.
Oh boy, look, Top Sale. That's the boy. Oh, let me just give a shout out. Shrimp pistol. Look, man, Top Sale is the shit, man. I'm telling you right now. Good fishing, man. That's the place to be right there, baby. Top Sale is the place to be. Good fishing spots, man. Love it. Love it.
I'm gonna say, Ray-Mac, you keep making your videos for everybody, man. Keep doing you, and you've got something really great going. And I'm very proud of you. Like, I love what you're doing. I really do. I watch every video. In fact, I went out and bought all the shit to make lemon garlic butter shrimp scampi tonight. Ooh. And I have it upstairs right now. And I was going to make it before the show, but I'm like, nah, bro, I'm going to make it after because I'm going to be inspired to make it. And I'm going to do it right now.
But now you broke his brain because he's going to be thinking about
all kinds of stuff.
Ray-Mac threw me under the bus to start the show.
No, I'm not going to make I'm making the scampi. I'm making that right now. I'm going to do that for me because that's good. Sam doesn't like seafood, so I got to make another fettuccine thing for her and chicken. But I'm making the shrimp scampi, brother.
That's crazy, man. One thing I always sit back and I try to get my subscribers involved in doing like recipes on live.
Yeah, man.
Where they call out the ingredients. And since I do have a crap load of ingredients, majority of the stuff that they call out, I have, and we'll make a dish together.
Nice.
And collective minds. And I come to find out, man, that, when you experiment with stuff, man, and take the ideas of other people, you can create something awesome. Because a lot of times we don't always have the recipe of life.
No, we don't.
You know what I mean? But that stuff worked. With that shrimp scampi, man,
yeah.
I watched a lot of people and seeing how they do this and do that or whatever. I say everybody's doing the exact same thing. I'm not drinking no wine. I'm not cooking with no wine, but I do have some Chinese wine in the cabinet.
I saw it. Yeah, I know. I
always sit back and I say, man, tweak something, man. If you could do something, make it your very own. Be original about everything that you could possibly do.
This goes hand in hand with what we talk about with other filmmakers, other actors, everybody. We say the same thing, and that's what's so fucking cool. And I always say there's a commonality between anybody who's creative. You're creative with your cooking. We're creative with filmmaking. Actors, and whatever, musicians, it doesn't matter. We all have the same kind of mind. It's just we have a different platform, but it's the same brain. We kind of emulate each other in our own ways, and that's fucking cool, man.
Well,
And-
when it comes to copying, like I want to say something about,
Sure.
copying
Yeah.
or using a recipe or doing something that someone else is doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ray Mack said, you make it your own. That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
But people get offended when, you're copying something we're all copying, okay?
You
How
start
do we
somewhere.
learn how to walk?
Yeah,
We copy people.
Correct.
How do we learn how to talk? We copy people.
Yeah,
You
but-
copy people. You learn to copy people when you're a child. So you copy. That's how you learn.
But it's also about verbiage because you can sit there and say copy. You say copy, and everyone's like, copy this, copy that. But if you like, they
Emulate.
emulate each
Or
other.
I don't
mimic.
care. Copy, emulate, same
Yeah.
shit.
It's
You
all
know
the
what it
same.
means?
I know what you mean.
It's a compliment to whoever you're copying.
Correct. It is.
Or emulate.
It is. And then you know what? The more you start with that foundation and you're trying to emulate what they're doing. And if you have to do it exactly their way to get it, then you get it. And the next time you do it, you'll start adding your own stuff.
And when no one
And that's what
copies
happens.
anything you do, that's
Yeah.
when you worry. That's when you're like, what is wrong with me?
That's a good point.
When it comes down to copying people, no matter what it might be, you could be a comedian
Yeah.
and you can hear a joke and you say, "Oh man, that's a nice punchline. I'm gonna use that." And then you go on stage and you use that other comedian's joke, and somebody can sit back and say, "Wait a minute, I heard Bruce say that last week."
Yep.
If like the same thing, if you're a pastor and you in the pulpit and you preaching something, then all of a sudden a minister sitting down there, he writing that stuff down. Oh, I got to use this in a sermon. And they get in the pulpit next Sunday and he want to use that pastor's sermon. But here's where we mess up at. If you're going to take somebody's recipe and you're going to use their recipe, at least have the decency to shout that person out or acknowledge that person or say you was inspired by. Don't just go and make it seem like it's yours. Oh,
Yeah.
put this in and you go here and you go. No.
Credit where you learned it.
I came up with this all on my own.
Credit where you learned it.
Yeah.
And that's it, man. So I always say, if I'm going to use somebody's recipe, you better believe it. They're going to get acknowledged. They're going to get acknowledged that it was their idea or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
That way we can still stay true to who we really are.
That's
True
right.
that.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with showing respect to a teacher. People are teaching us things and they're sharing their knowledge and things that they've worked out and done. And acknowledging them is important. So good for you.
Well, appreciation too.
You
Appreciation
don't
for
get
people.
called out on the bull S.
Good job working on that swearing.
Oh man, Ray Mack,
Lord, save me from my cursing.
brother, really appreciate you being on our show. Seriously,
Thank
bro.
you so much. It's
That's
been
what-
an honor.
It's an honor. It really is.
It has been so nice learning what it is like being in your kitchen on what I'm guessing is a Sunday afternoon after church, because this conversation was nothing like, man, tell me about where you get your ingredients from the dollar store or any of the things that Aaron has. Oh, I mean, I'm looking over Aaron's thing and it's like
I
all
love
these
it.
lists,
Yeah.
all these things. And it's nothing like that conversation.
No,
This
no.
was such, I don't want to say a better conversation because we still want to know all your tricks.
It's a genuine
Well,
conversation.
But it was
Well,
an
and
it was
amazing
real.
conversation.
And we got to learn who Ray Mack is.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it.
And how did we get to know more about Ray Mack? By him asking us about us.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo.
Yeah,
Pro quo.
yeah.
I'm out of words. Can't
Yeah.
talk anymore.
That's all right. That's all right. Ray Mack, it's a pleasure. Thank you, brother.
Thank you guys, man. You guys are awesome, man.
You too.
Thank you.
You too. And I'm gonna be watching all the videos. So, dude, and
We always do.
And oven baked chicken for life. That's how I look at it. That shit's bomb. It's bomb. It's so good, bro. It's the best.
For life, boy, that's right there. I'm stealing that.
It's the best.
Just call him out and give him credit.
I don't know what it is, but oven baked chicken can be just as crispy. That chicken is good. It's good.
Now that I know.
Anyway, all right, Chuck. Way Mac, it was a pleasure. Chuck, you want to close us out, man?
Ray Mack, thank you for joining us this evening on Around the Reel. I'd like to say for a cup of coffee and a conversation, but we had no coffee. I had no drinks. We had nothing. We just had us, some real questions, and some fast answers that got a whole lot personal very quickly. Sam didn't cry, but she came close. Aaron got lost in thought because that's what you did to him. And
Yeah, you
me,
fucked me up.
well, what can I say? Ray Mack, I can't wait to have you bring Creepy Chuck to your kitchen and we can make some.
Yeah, show.
Gumbo or
You
something
got to
together.
show Creepy Chuck how to season some food.
I know how to season food. I just can't eat it if I season it that much.
Okay,
Asshat.
you got to put some seasoning.
The point being is, Ray Mack, thank you, brother, for opening up your living room and your heart to us, sharing with us how you do and things and why you do them. And I can't wait to follow you more. And thank you so much for joining us today, brother. Everybody out there, remember, think hard because you're thinking anyway.
And love and not hate.
Love and not hate.
What?
See you guys later.
Bye.
Was made for loving you, baby. You were made.
Are you
for
freaking
loving
kidding me? Not again.
Change the station.
But it's Kiss.
Please.
It's Kiss.
No, but we don't know.
It's not Kiss. It's Aaron.
Can you
Yeah.
give it
Stop.
all to
Who
me
sings that again?
tonight?
Kiss?
Yeah.
Let's leave it that way.
Well,
Thanks.
well, I thought this was a show about being creative. I was just being creative on the
That's
mic.
not being
Yeah,
creative.
that's
That's just
no being annoying.
Well, maybe I'm trying too hard. Maybe it's a lot simpler.
Aaron, remember, as all good broadcast people know, less is more.
So for radio, if I don't say anything, wouldn't that be kind of a buzzkill?
It would be a great
that
freaking
would-
show.
That would give the rest of us a chance to say something.
Oh my God.
Yeah, then we'd hear something other than you.
Well, I thought around the reel we were going to just have a good time and talk with people.
We do, but it's not about you, as we have talked about in the past. It's about our wonderful guests, and our wonderful guests can tune in and become a member of our show. How, Sam?
Well, if you want to be a guest on our show, you can go to our website, cccentertainmentgroup.com, and click on the link for guest scheduling for Around the Reel and come be our guest.
Yeah, and then I don't get to talk about myself anymore.
Be
You talk
Oh,
about yourself anyway.
guest.
True.
Guest.
Oh, now Chuck's singing. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Because he was made for loving me, baby. Wait, that's not all.
Why is that you?
Yeah, that's weird.
No.
I sang that wrong.
Yeah,
Oops. Sorry.
he was made for loving you, Aaron.
Just remember to keep tuning
And
in.
I wasn't.
Because next week, who knows what's going to happen.
You never know.